Da.
Welcome to the tribe. Today our guest is a friend who is living in Switzerland. We used to share a tennis tour. He was one of the Argentinian young guns and an icon in the junior circuit. He has an incredible life story, played among legends like Gabriela Sabatini, Alberto Mancini, and many others. Married to Gisella and father of Olivia and Tomas, Gustavo Carbonari, welcome to the tribe.
Hello, Hernan. Nice to see you, and thanks for inviting me.
Thanks for being here and the story behind today's guest. Uh, Maybe 30 years ago, I was playing a national. It was the last national of the year in under 16. And I remember you arriving to the club to Rosario, your hometown, with a big bag for sure you're returning for a trip. And I watched a couple of matches that you played, the semi-final and the final, and you won two tight matches. And I remember a couple of things about your game. The first thing is that you understood the game, and that was really weird when you were young to understand the game. And the second thing is your level of confidence. I could feel that you will win the tournament even before starting to play. And where those assets came from? Well, where do you get it?
I think that I understood the game because I have very good coaches that give me the best advices that I could receive at that age. I think I was my parents invest in me a good time, good money for paying lessons. We are talking about 12, 13, 15, I think something like this. So I think that helped me a lot. At that moment, I start to travel already. So I have this experience of to play in out of Argentina with good players. That I think it was a plus to be at the top in during the national tournaments in Argentina.
So you build the foundations very young, and you talk about competition with really good players. And I thought you could make it in the pros. You were a top junior player, always being in semifinal or finalists in international tournaments. And do you have the confidence to make it in the pros, or you have any doubts about it? Despite the financial situation, in your mind, you could make it?
I think I could make it. I remember that in 1987, 1988, both year I finished 18, 17 in the world in junior ranking. I play all Grand Slams tournaments, not Australia, but I play Wimbledon, US Open, and Roland Garros. I think I had a good level. With 18 years old, I have almost 30 ATP points, who pushed me to the 500 place in the world. Um, yeah, I think I could do it. It was some other reason that don't let me go wherever I could go. I think, but I think I could do it. Yes, for sure.
So you could do it, but you didn't have the tools to make it. Maybe back then, 30 years ago, the sponsorship venture wasn't so important like right now.
Well, um, at that time I was playing in academy in Buenos Aires. I think at that point they didn't take the risk for me. I mean, there were a lot of players there, but it was not for me. So even if I was 500 ATP, I have 30 ATP points. I was at the top. Huh? I mean, 18 years old, 19 years old, 500 in the world. At that time, it was okay. Today, maybe I am late, but at that moment, it was very good. But I say, I took it like this. I say, okay, no problem. I'm gonna do it my way. So that's when I have to take a decision to get my own money playing tournaments in France, and then I start to invest a little bit in ATP, and the rest keep for me for living. I mean, but it was not. I didn't have the results as soon as possible to continue to pass satellites, challengers, qualify. It's like this.
Yeah, it's not so easy. You need 2 or 3 years. And I remember back then that the coaches and players say that you need a weapon, and and you actually didn't have a weapon, but you understood the game. And if you have the mind and the game, then you can get a weapon with the right coaching. And you can do you feel it that way?
Yeah, as I told you before in private, I didn't have a good shot. I mean, I didn't hit winners in with forehand with backhand, but I have a good mindset and I have a very good physique. I could play 4 hours, no problem for me. It was not a problem.
Yeah, I remember that you have a great stretch. Once we practice and you stretch before playing and after playing, and that wasn't very common among young players. And you should tournament with Gabriela Sabatini, with Franco Davin, with Guillermo Perez Lang. Can you share some story with them?
Well, my first trip was in when I was 12 years old. We were in Monte Carlo. We were with Gabriela, Franco Davin, Ricardo Mardones. We were eight players, and the coach was Palito Fidalgo, was the coach of Gabriela Sabatini. This was my first tournament. I was 12 years old, 1982. I remember perfectly. Uh, Experience. I have a funny thing that happens to me. I start my match on the central court. Everybody was looking at me, and I won the first game against a American boy. And I say to the crowd, to the team, yeah, come on, okay. I was very happy because it was my first tournament, my first game, and then I lost 6-1, 6-love. It was yeah. It was very funny because but I was not upset. I mean I was very happy to be there. Experience. I mean.
Yeah, you are in Monte Carlo. It's an important place for Argentinian players because of Guillermo Vilas, and he won there, and his relationship with the Queen. And then you shifted to play tournaments in France and interclubs. And what are the outcomes of that circuit?
Well, it's a hard circuit. I mean hard circuit because the you can play, for example, 3 tournaments in a week, depending your ranking. I mean, but 3 tournaments in a week, it 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 means that you have to be very well organized, very well prepared. And if you have those things, I think you can make a good season. Otherwise, on the other side, you have interclubs. I have Italian passport, so I could play in different countries almost at the same time. So it was very important because that money guarantee you that you have money for the rest of the year. This is very important. Today you can see 150, 200 players in the world ATP that they play. Everybody plays interclass to win money. I mean, it's very important.
Yeah, of course, money is an issue in the tennis circuit. And I remember using the French tour to play a lot of matches because maybe you play a future and you lose on Monday, Tuesday, then you have a money tournament to to return and to have some confidence. And I know you travel alone for a long time, and maybe there are some kids that have to travel alone for one tournament, a couple of tournaments. And what is your advice for them to remain fit and to remain focused, even though they are alone?
Uh, my first advice is to don't be alone the first year. You have to be with someone. Or if you go to France, you have to be with someone. This is very important. And that's a very very important thing because alone You will spend money, you will spend time, you will not play all the matches you could play. I mean, there's a lot of things that you have to try to don't do it, but if you go alone, you're gonna do it. I mean, this is my first advice. Go with someone to organize everything. I did. I did. I did the first time. I was with Carlos Ronco, from a very friend of mine, and it was very funny. And you are in the house, you are with people, you are with company. They organize everything. I mean, it's very, and you play better. I mean, you play better because all the problems you have only to play. And this is my first advice. Secondly, you can be, if you go alone, you have to be, as I told you before, you have to be very well organized in everything: travel, food, training, everything. Everything counts for the match. Everything counts for the results of the tournament. What you can do, it's very important.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it's important the people that are around you, and we can figure out that the top players have two, three, four guys with them, and it's important for them and for us maybe playing some smaller tournaments and going to the coaching career. What is the first things that you as a coach seek in a player or perceiving a player? What are the things that you're looking for?
Well, I think it's very important the communication to ask the player why he comes with you, what is he waiting for me? I mean, what is the expectation? I mean, what I can give to him to be a better player. This is very important. Listen, listen the player. And secondly, after you talk with the player and you see, okay, we're gonna try to this, we're gonna try to do this. Um, there's a lot of things you can work with the player, but before you have to talk with the player to see what he's looking for.
Yeah, last week we were talking to Nicolas Pereira, and I asked the same question, and he said about the dream of the player, and that's very aligned of what you are saying, what he thinks. And I've made some research, and you are pretty diligent making videos. And I watched a couple of videos, and uh, I improved my backhand watching your videos because you stretch your arm. And sometimes when you play, you're running autopilot, and you don't take care of the details. And how that activity or asset came to your practice.
I think that I like to share a little bit what I do. I like to share because I think it's important to share. Last week we talked with Oki Rodriguez about this. He's a very good coach from Argentina. We were talking about this to share the what we learn during the tour, what we learn during the travels, during the matches, in all our life. I think it's important to share. Not everybody share their work. I mean, I like to film players, my juniors, came here to my house, edit the video, write a little bit, I try to do, and then I put it for everybody. I think that uh, I think that maybe only an idea. I mean, only I know that someone will take something of this video. Uh, he will use it for his tennis school, and I have a very good message. I mean, a positive message for the coaches that told me, Gustavo, it's very good. I like it. I will try maybe this, or I will do it that way. It's okay. I mean, you
Yeah,
know.
well, for me, I have to put a review on your video. And as you say, tennis players are not in the path of sharing. And watching one interview, you said that tennis classes are charged according to certificates, diplomas. and where you live now. But I figured out that you have more than 3,000 matches, and for sure, that's an asset, and that has to be charged for. What are your thoughts about it? Because for sure, you've been 5 or serving for the match more than 100 times.
Yes, yes. I know. Well, I understand. I understand what you are trying to do, but here in Switzerland, it's like this. I mean, it depends which certificate you have. Um, After you can negotiate with the club, but I mean, first of all, I think that I do my work. For me, it's okay. I mean, it's not a problem for me. Um, I think that the experience I gave I give to my players, it's very important because I show what I did before. I try to form my juniors in the way I played before, and I think it's okay. I mean, I am a very good relationship with the club. I mean, they trust me in 100%, and I think it's okay. We are living a good season, and we have a good players.
And I think you're leading by example because you are still playing and you're playing interclubs in competitive leagues. As a former tennis player, I didn't play for maybe 10 years, and I realize now that it's important for my body. And it's a good message for your students that you are on course sweating.
Yes, stop competition for me is a little bit hard. I mean, it's for me. I like it. I like I like it to play. I like to practice, even if after I'm out because I have pain everywhere. But it's okay. I mean, it's a good feeling. I like to play. I play in Germany. I play here in Switzerland. Um, for me, it's okay. It's only 1 month, 1 month a year, and it changed everything for me. I mean, I have my car. I take my car. I drive. I play. I am with other persons. It changed to be always on the court with juniors. That's very important for me, and also is a part of my salary. I mean, we get paid even if I am plus 50. In Germany, we get paid in Switzerland also. And for me, it's okay. I mean, but forget the money. For me, it's difficult to stop. I mean, even if not like before, normal. I mean, we get older, but it's fun for me.
Yeah, it looks like it shifted your energy, and it's okay to be paid for that. Can you share some names that play with you in Germany? Because I know there are big names there, maybe in your team or in your
Yeah, yeah,
on
yeah,
your
yeah.
league.
Yeah.
Who plays there?
I remember, well, this year, sorry, 2023, we move up. This year, we're going to play with a very, very good player. With the league plus 50, the best of Germany. And you can see on the other side, you can see name as Ivanisevic, you can see, or for example, 3, 4 years ago, I played in a club who in my team was Santoro, Fabrice Santoro. On the other team was Jaco Elting, Paul Ruiz. You know, they are crazy. I mean, in Germany, they're crazy. They put money, they don't care. I remember Santoro took almost 10,000 euros a match. I mean, it's crazy. Santoro plays against Harwitz, and he lost. But
I, I
was
remember Santoro when I went to play in Milan, Italy under 16, and it was incredible because we was two-handed both sides, and he was highly talented. And Ivan Isavic was there too, and for sure people want to watch people players over 50 that are gifted and they understand the game, and it's a spectacular show, and it's good to be paid for that. And returning to your coaching career, Have you ever had chance to go to coach a ATP player, a WTA female?
Um, I did once with Mariano Delfino. I went with him to three challenger tournaments. I was here and he was alone at that moment, and he told me if I wanted to come with him. So I say, okay, let's go, let's try. And he lost. He lost. I remember he lost one final in one challenger, but he was fun. I mean, it was very interesting activity for me. And then I came back to France and keep playing my tournaments. I mean, my life didn't change from this. We only was only three tournaments that the coach was in Argentina. I go with him, but it was very funny. Um, Here in Switzerland, I am from 2009,
Okay.
almost 14 years. When I go to one place, I stay long. I was in France in the same club 22 years.
Wow.
I am, yeah. So that's it's difficult for me to leave and then go coaching with travel because I am the head coach of that club. It's difficult to organize everything.
Yeah, you want to settle on one place, not the same way that you did when you were young, and when you were young, you moved to Buenos Aires. And how did your parents took that you move on and you have to pursue your career?
It was really tough for them. I stopped the school when I remember 13, 14 years old. I was in third degree, yeah, 13, 14, because I traveled a lot and the school told me, Gustavo, it's okay for 1 2 day, but we can't absorb this all the days you are out. And my parents decided, okay, Gustavo, this is your time. You are traveling a lot. The school you can do it after. So that's where I decided to stop the school and then go to Buenos Aires to training with 13, 14 years old. I started to be there. Um, my mother always said that to me that if I know you were going away because of tennis, I wouldn't have made you play. You know, I wouldn't have let you go. But I mean, in a funny way. But today she's very happy that the career I did, and my parents both. I mean, my father also.
Yeah, mothers used to protect kids, and because you move out, you became very resourceful, and you share a private story that you have to earn money for your career and also to support your family at the very beginnings.
Yeah, yeah. It was a moment that the business of my father started to go something like this. Uh, it's normal. I mean, they sponsor me when I was kid, playing lessons to coaches. It's normal. The elevator goes up and go down. It's normal. I mean, I'm very proud of it because I could do it. So it's okay.
Yeah, you have to resolve outside the code as you resolve inside it. And what about parents? Nowadays with YouTube, there's plenty of information there, and maybe they think they know more than the coaches. How is your approach to parents, different parents?
Well, well, in my case, I have almost 100 kids in my tennis school, and I have almost 85% funny game. I mean, they come only 1 day a week. So it's for me, this is the only thing I have to do is to give a lesson, and then I see them next week. The other 15% play tournaments, and in this 15%, I have some fathers that think that they can watch a video on internet and then do it to their kids. it's difficult because they don't understand that this is my job. I mean, this is the most difficult part of this. But I have to manage. I try to manage in the good way. I think they start to understand that they have to be have confidence in the coach. For me it's a problem of trust and trust and time because they want the kids improve fast. Uh, tennis is not like this. I mean, it's not 100 meters. Tennis is a marathon. I mean, you have to be, repeat, repeat. Sometimes it goes good, sometimes you go down. Wow, wow. Parents, it's not easy to make understand this.
Yeah, they have to start with your videos first and to loosen their expectations. And one advice I give to parents is not to show up during practices, because they are evaluating the kids all the time and they're putting some pressure. But they watch the TV, and I can't blame them. I can't blame them that their expectations raises. But anyway, we have to be in contact with them and have a good communication. And
Yeah,
and you have a hobby about painting. How did it came to your life besides tennis?
yeah. I like paint. I like paint. I saw, for the first time, I saw a friend of mine. His name is Dimitri Loran. We play, we are good friends and we play a lot of matches. When I start to see what he was doing, I say, I like it. Let's try. I mean, and I bought a table, I bought some paint, and I start to do it. But okay, today I don't have too much time, but it's very nice because you do something different. I mean, I try to paint when my kids sleep, so it's silence. You are alone. You try to do your things, and I think it's very good. I like it a lot. As I told you today, I don't have too much time, but I like it. You can see behind me.
Yeah, that's a good message for parents because you watch something and you put your hands on it. You don't tell your kid to start painting. You put your hands,
I
you
did it.
put your
Yeah,
passion, and
I
that's a
did it.
big message for parents. You
Yeah.
you polish your skills in a new venture that you didn't know nothing about it, and you
I
you,
can
you
tell you
make it.
something. I can tell you something. When I have the parents come to play with me in private lesson, they say, "Oh, I didn't know it was so difficult tennis." And the same parents start to teach their children, you know. So it's good. I mean, you see, and I say that you see, it's not easy. So leave your kids alone.
Yeah, this is like an on-the-job training. You have to try it first to instead of push your kids. And you have a couple of kids, and what that changed in your life because you have them once you've been grown up. What's the story behind it?
Well, we get married with my wife in 2009. Um, we couldn't have kids. I mean, we try, and we couldn't have kids. So we get the treatment. We get treatment for both, and it was very tough. Seeing that in 2009 I was 39 years old, um, we decided to get treatment in when I was 45. I mean, oh no, sorry, 40, 42, 43. It takes 1 2 years to get pregnant because otherwise the result was not good. But today it's okay. I mean, I love them. I am patient. Uh, I think, as I always say, tennis. Be with kids to where you have to repeat. Give you a patient that I used it in my house with my kids. You know, it's like this. I mean,
Yeah, sometimes ladies lose patience when it's come to pregnancy. I've been in treatment having two kids, and my wife was really in a high vibe about that. But and the other thing is that you share with me a picture of your apartment 1 hour ago, and it was a mess, and now it's clear up. So you are great at solving everything that life throws at you. And what is the story behind your wife? When was the moment when you said, "Okay, this is the lady for me, and we're gonna share our life together"?
When we were together, we start in 2006, I think. And then in 2009, 2008, at the end of 2008, we broke up. We were, because I was here, he was there, she was there in Argentina. She didn't want to come. And I get an offer from this club to be full time from January 2009. We talk, and I say to her, "Oh, it's a mess that we are not together because I have an offer to be here." And I said, if you want, we could start again. We can get married in July, and then we come together here in Switzerland. And that's what would happen. I keep working in Switzerland. She did all the marriage parties, everything. She organized everything. I come back in July 2009. We get married, and then we come together. She left the work. She left. She has an apartment now. Is rent, but yeah, she doesn't regret. She don't regret.
So out of the blue, you get married.
Yeah.
That's a nice story. And just to end the conversation, um what advice can you give to a kid that is playing sports, that is in 15 years old, 16, and transitioning to the pro, and being uncomfortable not winning because it's difficult when you start in the pro not winning? What is the best advice can you give a tennis player or tennis lady?
Um, my advice will be that to be with a good team. I mean, in the good team. I mean, with a good coach. This is very important. This is very important to at least try your best. If you do it alone, it's difficult. I did a lot of time alone. I was very alone. It was difficult. I think that at that moment I could have something behind me, someone behind me. I could do it better. This is my first advice. My second advice, and I think it's very, very important, to keep trying. To keep trying. You lost, no, it's okay. Next week we go. Next week. Next week. Next week. And at that one, in one moment, you will go. You will get good results, and the things we're gonna get clear. I mean, this is this is one thing that I think sometimes, why, Gustavo, you didn't try a little bit more. You know, uh, this is very important. I think try.
Yeah, talking about trying, Winston Churchill has a quote. He said that success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. And that's a great quote to keep trying. And before our last question, where can people find your work, your videos? How can they contact you?
Well, I have Instagram, I have Facebook, I have everything. I mean, I have a group in Facebook that it calls Goose Tennis Drills, that I put all only tennis drills, only tennis drills. A part of my job here in Switzerland, a little part of my job. Um, but I have Instagram. I am 24/7 online. So if they need an advice or something important for me, it's okay. If I can help the people, I mean, it's okay. I will.
Great. I already get a takeaway from your teaching and your videos with my background. And the last question is, who is Gustavo Carbonari?
Gustavo Carbonari was a young kid with a dream to be someone in tennis who gave everything that he could to be part of this tennis elite, let's say like this. Today, I am a father, husband, tennis coach, a counselor who tried to make with tennis a way to form the players, to teach the players values. Values very important, not only for the tennis, but for life. This is my. I think this is what I am today, a counselor. Everybody, all the kids, I have a good relationship with the kids, and they ask me things out of tennis. I mean, of the school, what they can do, what I could do at that place. No, for me, it's very important. I mean, I am not only a tennis coach. I am also a counselor for the kids. And I think that it's important for them.
Yeah, and it's great to be among young people because it makes us being young. And I've been beside you in your path and don't know 100% of the things, and you overcome many things. And you said you had a dream that you couldn't make it, but you gave it all to it, and you could reinvent to a person who can give away to kids, to players, and to other people the best of you. So thanks for the conversation, and hope we can rally a couple of balls together in the near future.
Thanks, Hernan. Thank you for this invitation.
Thanks, Gustavo. See you soon.
Bye bye.